We're going to be talking about the importance of reading Srila Prabhupada's books. When Prabhupada first met his spiritual master asked him to speak and preach and share Krishna consciousness in English. And he was asked to go overseas and share Krishna consciousness in English. Prabhupada did not come to America until he finished writing the Srimad Bhagavatam. He didn't want to come without books. And he put an extreme amount of emphasis on his books. I don't know if you're aware of this, but when Prabhupada began his mission, he had very little time to write. Many people were coming. He was very busy in establishing his mission. And his main service was actually not to establish temples, but it was to write his books. And so he had a dilemma, how to do this. And he prayed to Krishna, Krishna, please allow me to wake up after a few hours rest so I can write these books. He had no other way to do it. He was too busy managing. There was too much on his mind. So he prayed to Krishna, and Krishna allowed him to wake up. After about 2 to 3 hours of rest, Prabhupada would wake up and he would translate and give his purports to all his books. So, now just imagine this. Prabhupada did that for you and me. He gave up his sleep. That's how important these books are. Now, I wanted to share with you my own experience of reading Srila Prabhupada's books. I feel that in Kali Yuga, our intelligence is being clouded and misguided by this material atmosphere. And Maya, or the illusory energy of Krishna, is bewildering us in many ways. And my experience in reading Srila Prabhupada's books is that we get the intelligence to see how Maya is working on us. We get the inspiration to always remember that this life is temporary, that we can become Krishna conscious in this life if we dedicate ourselves to it. In any effort that you make, you need whys. Why should I do this? If the whys aren't there, if there are not enough whys, there's not enough impetus or inspiration. Reading Prabhupada's books, you will get all the whys you should endeavor to be Krishna conscious. It's not always easy to be Krishna conscious, but when the whys are there, you remain determined even during difficulties. You may not want to do something, or you may think in the wrong way. Prabhupada's books will give you the inspiration, will give you the reason, will remind you of the importance of spiritual life, remind you of the priority of spiritual life. Practically everyone I know who came to Krishna consciousness to begin its practice came because they read one of Srila Prabhupada's books. And all the people that are still in the movement today doing well will testify it's because of Srila Prabhupada's books. And my own personal conviction is that Prabhupada knew that without his books, it would be nearly impossible for us to advance steadily in spiritual life. So I tell all devotees, as part of your daily practice of spiritual life, your sadhana, you have to include time for reading Prabhupada's books, even if it's only 10 minutes. But if you do it every day, you will see a marked difference in your consciousness. You will see how it affects you in such positive ways. You will see how you see the world differently, how you feel differently, how you have spiritual strength. And Prabhupada knew that when he wrote these books, that the people he's going to be preaching preaching to in the West are going to need these books to be successful in their spiritual life. So that's just the beginning, a little idea, a little history. And then the last thing I want to say is when Prabhupada was in America and his movement started growing, he put extreme emphasis on the publication of his books and distribution, because he felt that his books could revolutionize materialistic society. And he used to say, when I write these books, I feel like I'm creating a revolution, because he knew that sound vibration would go through the ear into their heart and things would change. And we could make the world Krishna conscious through the reading of his books. So his books are extremely important, not for us, but for the whole world. And I would encourage you to spend a little time every day, set aside a time every day. This is going to be my time to spend with Srila Prabhupada and his books. And you just do that and you'll notice the extreme benefit that comes, and you'll notice a huge change in your own life and consciousness.